Oh, well, hello there. Today, we are going to be talking about ghosts. Ooh. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Summer from Summer Moon Tarot. If you are new here, welcome. I do tarot with my co-ed here, Mr. Nick Cage, my Nicky Pillow. He's actually looking a lot happier this time than last week. He's been having like a rough week lately. I hope everyone has been doing a-okay. Today we're going to be talking about ghosts. You asked and I shall deliver. First off, let me give a shout out to Akivia. She got me this lovely headband. It is just so cute. I look like a snack, and I do look like I rolled out of the shower because in retrospect, that is true. I did take a shower, so you should feel very special that I washed my ass for you before I got this party started. Yes, actually wait, here we go. You are my national treasure. Anyway, so I am so excited. I will be talking about ghosts that are pretty much in my house. So I'm not going to start from the beginning. I might make a series later on, who knows. But I will be focusing on the lovely spirits that occupy my home. And I do have receipts. So if you are very scared, I'm sorry. That's all I can say. If you can't sleep at night, I'm sorry about that too. There's nothing I can do about that. So I am super excited. So first thing first, another orbs. You'll be seeing a lot of orbs like fly through my videos. Actually, it's been happening a lot more lately than usual, but just bear with me. So anyway, a few things that I should mention before I get down into the nitty gritty. I do not antagonize the spirits that are in my home. I don't go and ask them questions. I don't pull a spirit box. I don't do any of that. So all these stories, well, I do cuss them out every once in a while, you know, for certain things, but I will go ahead and I'll get into that. So I'm going to backtrack and I'm just going to like focus on the highlights. And then I'll be showing you guys the receipts. So this is going to be super exciting. So I bought my house 2 years ago, and initially we were doing the walkthrough. My husband's like, okay, go ahead and do your thing on the dance floor. Go ahead and walk through the house. So I was walking through the house and it was very quiet. Normally quiet. And I was like, I'm not sure why it's so quiet. But it was very still. And that kind of threw me off. And it was, actually, that should have been a red flag for me right then and there. But anyway, I did my thing. And then all of a sudden, we bought the house. It's so weird because there were so many offers on the house that we bought. If you live in like the Pacific Northwest area, you know, the market here is like super competitive. But for some odd reason, we're the ones who ended up getting the house. So funny how that worked. So anyway, so nothing's happened for a full month, okay? And the way that my house is occupied is it's kind of like a U, and there's rooms on one end, and then like the guest room, the kitchen, or whatever is on the other end. So my husband and I were watching a movie. It's kind of like not even that late, maybe like around 11 p.m. And then my first occurrence was, it was heavy footsteps walking down the hall. So there's a hall, we have a hallway, a little bit of a long hallway, and at the end of it, there's the living room. So I'm sitting like against the wall, and I hear these heavy footsteps, but it was walking towards the living room. It started to slow down, like it was creeping, and I have wood floors. So you hear like bam, 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 then creak, creak, creak. And I was like, what the fuck is this? So we stopped the movie and I'm looking around and my dumb ass gets up and I'm like, I'm gonna look and see who the hell's in the house? And then I look around the corner, nothing's there. Okay? So that was like the absolute first occurrence. That's when I was like, ha ha, so you've been hiding from me all this time. So a little bit of activity was going on here and there. Nothing like I would say was so off-putting. So then all of a sudden, one of these days, like it was waking up the baby in the middle of the night, and I realized it was a man. Okay, I figured it out right away because my little guy gave me a name. He gave me 2 names. There's 3 that occupy my house. Actually 2 right now because the one of them I actually did kick out, and it was the guy. So fast forward, I'd say like a good year. Kept waking up my little guy in the middle of the night. And I was like, okay, I think that's just about it. So the day that I was supposed to be doing the cleansing of my home, and you know, clearing and all that kinds of stuff, so I go through like a ritual and that, all that kinds of good stuff, you know. So same hallway. This guy loves living in my hallway. And one thing about this one here, loves fucking shit up, throwing shit, knocking things over, you know. And I was like, if you're gonna live here rent free, I expect you to be quiet. Okay? That's all I could say. Anyway, so I have a coat rack or hanger thingy-majig right by our door in the hallway. So I was talking mad shit about something like I usually do. And then I was walking and I see my bag. So my purse is hung up there. And I caught the guy peeking around my bag. Full face, like how you're seeing Nikki right now is how I saw it. But he peeked around the corner behind my bag, and I locked eyes with him and he took off running. So I was like, okay, I think it's good that I get started. Let's go ahead and get this clearing going. So I got the clearing going. And in this scenario, I know I kicked him out. I know I kicked the woman out. And I'll get to the woman. The woman, I think, is the most concerning one out of the 3. Actually, yes. One of them's like, one of them I know for a fact has never been alive. But I will get a little bit more into that. But for sure, she is the most active. He's active, but that woman is something else. So anyway, I kick them both out. I know for a fact that 2 of them are out. It's really quiet. The air feels a little bit different. So no big deal, right? I go off my merry way. And then the next day, I have a camera outside my door, and I caught it on camera trying to get into the house. So you're about to see the footage, and it's not edited or anything like that. It's just like, of course, I shortened it, but you'll be able to see it trying to get through the front door and then like taking off. So let me know what you guys think. Okay, so let me know what you guys think about that. So anyway, he is excommunicado outside of my house. And I was busy. So when it comes to like cleansing, sometimes like you need to keep doing it. And, you know, I had a little mishap. I forgot, right? Because, you know, life happens and I get really busy. I do work a hardcore 9 to 5 job. So anyway, so she comes back. She's not very happy that I kicked her out. So she comes back and all of a sudden, middle of the night, you probably like seen my videos and whatnot on my Instagram. Actually, I have a lot more, but I feel like I just need to just share this too because it just involves the house. So I hear her whispering. Woke up maybe like around 4 o'clock in the morning and I hear her talking. And it's like, and I'm up. Like when I wake up, I wake up. Like I'm like, bam, face up. So I'm up and I hear talking. This woman and something else. Can't really tell if it's like another woman. Anyway, I hear her voice and it's like that, right? And I can't pinpoint what she's saying. So I sit up and I think I actually picked her up by accident while I was in Scotland. But yeah. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I probably did. Sometimes that does happen. You do pick up some things and I think she just wasn't very happy and yeah. So anyway, so I hear her whispering and then I sit up and I'm like, what? And as soon as she went whisper, 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 shut up. She yelled in my face, shut up. And I was like, holy fucking shit. She just told me to shut the fuck up. I turned on the light. I was like, I fucking lost it. I'm like, okay, listen here. And I'm not going to repeat her name. Not going to say her name because my son did tell me what her name was. I was pissed. That night I did a fucking clear. I was like, I don't care if it's 4 a.m. One, you interrupted my sleep. I don't appreciate that, okay? Because I'm asleep anyway, okay? But you get exactly what I mean here. So I hear, and then when I got up, and I'm mad and pissed at this point, I heard running, and the running went out the room and down the hallway. And my husband got up and I was fuming. Maybe because I've been dealing with, you know, such spirits like that for a long time, I react to things a lot differently. Probably you're like, it's probably not the best thing to do. No, it's not, but I'm just telling you, this is just my experience. This is just how I reacted to it. So anyway, I got mad, I did clearing or whatever, and I could tell that calmed things down, and she would come back in and she'd wake me up. She'd poke. Sometimes she'd be in my face while she's poking. Sometimes, you know, she'll wake up the baby, and then I would be like, all right, girl, it's time to pack your bags, it's time to leave. So anyway, I feel as though she's a little bit harder to get rid of. She still comes and goes. Okay, because I feel as though my house was built in the 70s, so I feel like it was a little bit of a highway. So I think she comes through and then she leaves sometimes, and she comes back again. So the guy who loves to fuck shit up never makes it back, by the way, has not come back in. However, it's outside of my house. Likes to bang on the walls from the outside. Every once in a while, not too much, not too often. So I am sitting there one day, I'm minding my business, you know, I'm on TikTok, Instagram, you know. I was looking at some funny shit, watching TV. And then I see something in the corner of my eye. Outside my window. I have big windows in my living room and in the study. They kind of all connect on one side. So I'm seeing him walk back and forth. I'm not sure what this is. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I'm just minding my business. And, you know, a lot of things like dart from the corner of my eye. And I don't really pay too much mind to it. So whatever, it is what it is. Sometimes that does happen. So then I just happened to look because it's not darting back and forth anymore. It's actually was tapping on the glass, and I look, and there he is, just standing there and just staring at me. We're locking eyes, and he's looking at me like, you bitch. And I'm sitting there like, holy, oh shit. So what I do is, and this one's a very intelligent spirit, I feel as though they've been alive maybe in the past 10 years or so. And I whipped out my phone, and as I whipped out my phone, it tried to duck. And then I caught its face, just staring right at me in the window. So I'm going to show you exactly what I saw. Now, the photo does not do justice because it was a lot clearer when I was looking at him, but you can make out some sort of face. So let me know what you guys are seeing with this, because it was pretty trippy. I even sent it to my mom and she screamed. Then she hung up on me, which wasn't really very nice. But let me know what you think. Okay, so after the photo, I actually took 2 photos, and he actually darted from the second one. So I think he realized I'm onto him, and I caught him, that he never made an appearance after that. He actually took off. I think he got the hint. And then I come to find out a little bit beforehand, before the photo, that we did have a neighbor who did pass away about 6 years ago. So it's very possible that he was just like coming through and realized me and my little guy, you know, my little guy does have abilities too, because, you know, kids, they do have abilities when they're young. And, you know, was just like hanging out, camping out, and just fucking shit up. And then, you know, I was like, that's just not happening. Now, the bread and butter is the one that was never alive. I'm not entirely sure what this one is exactly. I feel as though it's probably a poltergeist of some sort, probably manifested by either the previous owner, probably like me. Oh, and I even got like a message about someone's like, I had a dream that you had a poltergeist in your home. And I was like, yeah, more likely. And then people are like, Summer, why do you keep coming into my dreams? And I'm not really entirely sure. But I'm having a lot of weird dreams, so if you guys are having weird dreams that I'm there, more likely I'm just in there fucking shit up too. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to. It's just, sometimes it just happens, okay? I mean, I am a little bit dreamy. But okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm going to stop. I promise. I'm going to stop. Okay? So, yeah. The last one, the poltergeist. I feel as though that they like to get into our dreams and love to do all sorts of weird things, giving my little guy some nightmares, likes to stand sometimes outside my window. I see it off the corner of my eye sometimes, but not as often actually. As long as the energy in the house is calm, so it's calm, or so it is, if that makes sense. So as long as we're cool, calm, and collected in the house, it's calm. So that's why I feel as though it is a poltergeist, because it's not feeding off of anything. Now, I do talk a lot of shit, and I crack up a lot of jokes, so... But at the same time, it's been a little bit quiet. It hasn't been as much. But the last few days, my husband and I actually had the same dream, the same nightmare, and woke up around the same time. And I know for a fact, homegirl made it back a few days ago and took off running again. Jeez. So I know for a fact that my house, and probably those are just like the main 3. I know for a fact that I've had several other spirits like try to like walk through, because I did have a dream about footprints seen footprints like imprinting and going through the house, and it's like multiple footprints. So I know that this is kind of like a highway in a way. But I've been sealing the house and it's been a lot more quieter. From the occasional, I'm just gonna knock over stuff, I'm going to hide your things and all that kinds of stuff. But my house is not that bad. It really isn't. Sometimes it's very quiet, about, I would say 80% of the time. Other times it's like, now this guy too, before I end this, loves to mess with my mom. She's in town. And actually, the first time she ever stayed with us, now my mom does not believe in any of this. My parents don't believe in any of this. They think that it's just a bunch of bull and I make shit up and I'm absolutely crazy. I mean, they're not lying about the crazy part, come on. But, so my mom, she stayed with me and she was in the guest room and she was asleep, minding her business. And she's like, and the guest room is right next to the kitchen. And she's like, I heard cupboards opening and closing and things being knocked over. She's like, what the fuck is Summer doing? Like up in the middle of the night. So she gets up, like looks into the kitchen and my cupboards are open. And she was like, hell to the fuck no. She slams her door and calls my dad and is like, dude, your daughter, who I thought was crazy and was a little bit of a liar, is actually telling the truth. And I mean, she was like, I actually had to yell at it because she's like, I learned from you to yell at it and be like, you better leave me alone. We're not doing this shit today. And it actually stopped. And it hasn't done it ever since. So those are my highlights. And of what goes on in my house. I do have a lot more footage. I just have to go through and dig for it. But at least these, like, I do have receipts for them. And then you guys can let me know what type of experiences you guys have had. Of course, I've had like way worse experiences than I do in my house. It's just because I just live here. So I do have a lot more stories about where I live. I do have another one. Actually, I might even share it on my Instagram about the ghost I even caught in the Vatican. And I think that's like actually was pretty awesome. It's probably one of my best footage photos. Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in with me and really like listening to me like talk a lot of shit and you know about ghosts and whatnot. But I truly appreciate it. I hope everyone's doing well and staying safe out there. And woo, COVID, please. Please. Oh my god, I love you guys so much. So please let me know down below what your experiences are. I really would love to hear it. And please, like I said, stay safe. We would love to see you guys next time. And I'll be doing another pick a card reading hopefully in the next few days. So we shall see. All right, let me know if this is tickled your pickle. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Oh my god, I can't believe I said that. I'm so weird. All right, you guys, take care. Bye.